Alright, so we're going to do a few problems looking at the surface area of a cylinder. Remember, two types of surface areas. We got total surface area, and we got lateral surface area. Total surface area is the surface area on all the sides, all the parts on the outside of the shape. Lateral surface area is just the sides, the part that's just covering the sides, not including the bases at the top and the bottom. But total surface area, it'll cover that top as well, and that bottom base, those are included in total surface area. Okay. Now we looked at the formulas in our warm-up. Alright, but as long as you're able to use them, you technically don't need to know where they came from, but it's good to know anyways to help you remember how to use it. Remember 2 pi r, that was the circumference, which is like the perimeter of the base. H stands for height, so perimeter times height, just like a prism, essentially. Then over here we had 2 pi r squared. Remember your pi r squared, that's your area of a circle. Area of a circle. Here our base is a circle, so that's like the area of the base. And we add it times 2 because we have one at the top again, and one at the bottom, so there should be 2. So we're adding those two parts together to get this total surface area for just the lateral surface area. Again, it's just that first part without the bases, okay? And that's what we have right here, 2 pi r times h. R stands for radius, h stands for height. All right. So let's look at an example here. A cylindrical paint roller has a length of 10 inches and a radius with a height of 1.25 inches. So over here, length of 10 inches, it's referring to its height, really. The radius is r, and it tells us it's 1.25 inches, so 1.25 is our r. Now we want to apply the formula to determine the lateral surface area of the paint roller. Well, lateral surface area, let's look at the formula real quick. Looking at surface area, looking at lateral, looking at a cylinder. So 2 pi r times h, and that's what's written here. So 2 pi r times h, r again is our radius, we said it's 1.25, so I just replace r with 1.25. H stands for height, we said our height should be 10 inches, so I'll replace h with 10. In is just our units for inches, it's not any variables or anything. Then when we multiply, we just multiply all those parts together into your calculator. You put 2 times pi times 1.25 times 10. You can just put the pi symbol into your calculator. I believe that's in the calculator. You use that blue second button and then the button with the up arrow. Okay, I can try to pull that up in a second. But when you do all that, you should get 78.54. In fact, let me go ahead and do that on the calculator just so we know how to do it. Alright, so here's my calculator. I'm going to put in those numbers. Let's see what it was. I think it was 2 times pi. Remember to get the pi symbol. Here's my pi symbol. It's colored in blue, so I need to click the blue second button. Then I hit that button next to pi. That's going to give me the pi symbol in my calculator. 2 pi times, let's see what it was, 2 pi times 1.25 times 10, 0.25 times 10, that's going to give us 78.539. Let's round to just 2 decimal places, so this 9, so this 9 is going to round this 3 up to a 4, so 78.54, and let me check my notes, that is indeed what we had there, okay. Okay, so let's do just 2 practice problems. We'll do one problem of a total surface area and one problem of a lateral surface area. Remember, for total surface area, that's on your star reference sheet. You just go over and you check. Total surface area for a cylinder is right here. 2 pi r h plus 2 pi r squared. Okay, and that's actually already written here for you. 2 pi r h plus 2 pi r squared. Alright, the only things we need is r and h. Okay, so r, remember, r stands for radius. That's halfway across the circle, 3 centimeters. So I'm going to do 2 pi. So let me write surface area is equal to 2 pi times r, we said is 3 centimeters. Now h stands for height. Height goes from base to base. So we're looking at 10 right here, going from that base of the circle at the top to the one at the bottom. H is 10. So we got that part. Now we need 2 pi times r squared. We said r was 3 again. That's our radius. And I just plug this into a calculator and I should be able to get my answer. Alright, so we had 2 times pi. Then our radius was 3. Our height was 10. Plus, then we had 2 pi r squared. So 2 pi. Again, our radius was 3. And we're going to square that, so we use our x squared button. We hit enter. And here we go. So 245.04 should be our answer for that. Okay, so we got our answer was 245.04 centimeters squared for that problem. And that's all there is to it. You just plug in your r and your h, your radius and your height, and put it into a calculator and you get your answer. Okay. Just make sure you use the correct formula. Here we use total surface area, so I use the formula for the total surface area of a cylinder. Okay. Alright, if you're watching this video and you missed class, or maybe you're watching it in class, I want you to do problems B and C, and then check your answer with me when you're done. Okay, I should have a key in class. Okay, assuming you finish those, let's look at lateral surface area. Okay, same thing, just find our formula, 2 pi rh, but let me just show you where it is on the chart. Okay, lateral surface area for a cylinder, S equals 2 pi rh. Okay, so here I just need to do, remember SA just stands for surface area. You could use S or you could use SA, either one is fine. 2 times pi times r times h. Remember r is your radius. Here's my radius, 0.9. This is r. And h is my height from base to base, is my distance there. So 1.7 is going to be h. So I replace h with 1.7. Plug that all into a calculator, and then you should get your result from there. Alright, let me do that real quick. I meant to write actually 0.9 right here, or 0.9, okay, same thing. So I'm going to put that into a calculator, put in 2 pi times 0.9 times 1.7, and for my answer I got 9.613. So let me do 2 decimal places, so I'm going to round the 3 down, so it's going to be 0.61. Okay. Alright, so here I got my answer is 9.61. I'm looking at centimeters, and since we're doing area, it's got to be squared. Square centimeters. Alright, and that's all there is to it. So just make sure you find your r and your h. Sometimes, like over here, let me just give you a little hint. It might actually give you the diameter instead of the radius. So here it gave 3 meters. That's actually referring to the diameter based on the way it's drawn. But if you realize you need r for radius, you need to go just halfway. So then 3 divided by 2 is just 1.5. So then you would use 1.5 in your formula and not 3. Okay, but go ahead and try those. Use the same formula for lateral surface area for its E and F. Also finish those problems B and C if you never did those. Those are using a different formula for total surface area. So remember, total and lateral, slightly different formulas, so make sure you use the correct one. Plug in your values, and that's all there is to it. Alright, hopefully you learned something. Have a good one, and remember to think win-win.